Alright guys, what's up? Tom Hayes here. Another Amazon FBA video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We discuss everything Amazon FBA, private label, brand building, and different strategies on this channel. So today I want to talk to you about something that if you're a new seller, if you're an experienced seller, if you are, maybe launching your second, third product, this is a game-changing announcement that Amazon has just made recently. And what they've done is they've mitigated so much of the risk and so much of the hassle that's been going on for the last, couple of years with IP claims and hijackers and so many other things. And we're going to actually be able to get rid of most of those from almost before we launch our product. The greatest part about this is that in the past, you had to go ahead and actually file for a trademark. And when you filed for that trademark in the US, it typically took anywhere from about 8 months to about a year. And in that time frame, you were not eligible to apply for brand registry. If you're not familiar with what brand registry is, it actually allows you to start using your brand name and cross-promoting products, running brand-sponsored ads, having A+ content or brand registry content. So it's like basically a page that will actually appear underneath your listing that allows you to explain what your brand is, what you stand for, show your other products, add videos to your listing. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, how much is a video worth? And the craziest part about all of this is that Amazon has gone ahead and announced what is called the IP Accelerator. And the greatest thing is they've gone ahead and vetted numerous basically law firms and places that actually can file trademarks for you. And in doing so, you can then go contact them, work with them, and once they've actually filed your trademark, they will actually allow you to now go ahead and apply for brand registry with the IP Accelerator using one of their vetted, firms. And what happens is in about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks is what I've found, you are now enrolled in brand registry. So you are able to now run the ads we were just talking about, have an actual A+ content or brand registry page on your each listing, cross-promote your products, but as well as that, you now have the ability to actually go and if there's a hijacker on your listing, take that hijacker and kick them off. You don't have to, submit stuff to Amazon. You don't have to wait and, play the game. You can now just remove them because you own that, the rights to your entire listing and that entity. So this is huge because it basically makes hijackers obsolete. If you take this route and you're going to take this approach to being serious about selling from day one, then you're going to win on so many different levels. And this is how I teach my students to go ahead and do this. Now, in this scenario, there are a few other factors to talk about, all right? So if you don't know what hijackers are, essentially Amazon in the marketplace, someone can come on and actually sell on your listing. And 99% of the time when they're selling on your listing, they're getting a cheap, kind of counterfeit version of your product, selling it for a lower price, and just using your listing and your ranking, your optimization, all of your hard work to sell their product. And understand that not only are you not getting your sales in the current tense, but then later on, what ends up happening is if they get a product that doesn't fully represent what your brand and your listing claims that it is, what are they going to do? They're going to leave you a poor review. They're not going to want to buy from your brand again. So the long-term effect of this is devastating. So not only are you not making revenue, but your actual name and reputation is being damaged at the same time. So this makes that obsolete. And then also, other people that are starting out, what is brand registry? What are all these things? It allows you to protect your brand name, your products, the entire entity that you're trying to build with a brand, which is my philosophy of Amazon anyway. The days of launching individual products, being successful, just kind of throwing stuff up online are gone. That doesn't happen anymore. So what you need to be doing is establishing and building brands. And there's actually so much more power behind this because with a brand, why do people love Adidas, Nike, a lot of these other companies, Apple for instance, Sony, why do people gravitate towards certain products? Because they trust them. It's the same thing as, buying a car. Why is Ford the number one, automotive car in America, at least for their trucks, their F-150s, all right, let's just put it that way. And why do people buy that? Because they trust it, they know it, they believe in it. And that's so much bigger than a product. And that's what you can do with Amazon FBA. That's what you can do using Amazon's customers, Amazon's authority. You're able to go and launch your own brand. And to me, this is far easier than Shopify dropshipping. It's far easier than a lot of the other e-commerce business models because you don't have to create the traffic. You're not doing the digital marketing. You're making sure that you're bringing a high quality product that has differentiation, that really adds value to the marketplace in a market that you can then expand and launch other products surrounding that. At the end of the day, you have a brand that has 3 to 5 products and each are doing, $10, $20, $30,000 a month, then you're making some serious revenue and some serious profit. The crazy part too is you can later take that and scale it to Shopify. You can do so many things with this. But with the IP Accelerator, you can now mitigate so much of the risk up front. Because I've heard a lot of people say, I don't want to start Amazon because I don't want to be hijacked, so I'd rather go and build my own Shopify store because I know I'm protected. Okay, now that's kind of gone. And even before, it wasn't, there were ways around it, but this makes it so much easier and so much streamlined to get started today selling on Amazon. So this is a huge aspect, and I'll actually hop on the computer, I'll just show you how to get to it, a little bit about what it is, but this is something that I really want people to know about, and no one's really talking about this. This is a newer feature that is going to revolutionize how Amazon FBA is run and how people conduct when they start out their business. So first, let's talk about what the actual sponsored brand ads look like. All right, so if you type in power charger, for instance, in this scenario, Anchor is one of the companies that came along and just took over an entire industry. Any kind of, mobile phone, tablet accessories, cords, power banks, speakers, you name it, these guys make it. And you can see here that when you type in, power charger, they have what would be your actual sponsored brand ad here. And instead of competing down here and trying to show up, with the little sponsored and kind of, showing up lower down here, look at this ad compared to this, right? This draws attention. Your logo's here. You have a little slogan. You're able to go directly to your storefront from there, right? And this is game changing, right? So for a customer who's looking for something, as we know, 90% of shoppers on Amazon don't go past the first page, right? The first page is really where you win the most ground. And if you're at the top of that first page, it's not going to matter. So you can see here that there's just so many products, and they're able to cross promote these and share their entire product line. And you can see, look at this. Like, you're able to go and build out your entire brand with Brand Registry. So the other thing is, on one of their actual listings, right? So not only do they have everything kind of under check, people can't sell on here without their approval, right? That's a huge component. But then they also, if you come down here, this is enhanced brand content. All right. So you can see that they get to actually explain what the product is more, show more, lifestyle photos, highlight features and benefits and differentiating factors of it. And then they also get to cross promote different products. They're able to go and say, oh, we have these other things that are available as well. So if you want, 123 hours of battery life instead of 46, why don't you buy this model? So that's an incredibly powerful thing. So every product is going to have their own actual enhanced brand content like this. They get to actually add a description page, and it's not just for your single product, it's for your entire product line. So Soundcore by Anchor, you can add lifestyle photos, you can highlight features again, you can cross promote again, same thing here. It just kind of allows you to see what you're actually able to do and have more information and more selling points displayed to your customers. Now, the one thing that these don't have that some other listings that do have is the ability to actually go and add video. So this is incredibly, incredibly powerful, right? So let's turn that off, but I'm just saying, like, and I'm not saying this is the best video. I don't want to go ahead and say that at all, but I just want to show you what the power of this actually is, right? So you get this description. They get to actually go ahead and add enhanced brand content like this and, go and talk about the company, where they've been featured. But even if you don't have those things, it still is so powerful. So this is the actual Amazon IP Accelerator, all right? And you get to this by going to your Seller Central account, and in the top bar going across, there's actually an app section. And if you click on that and go into that section, you can scroll down and you'll see the actual Amazon IP Accelerator, and it looks like a judge's gavel hitting kind of whatever they strike with that. But then it'll bring you to this page. And what this is really doing is they're giving you faster access to brand protections. Amazon clearly saw that the hijacking was an issue and they wanted to do something about it. So this is huge. So when you get here, you actually go to get started. And when you go to get started, this is what's going to pop up. All right. And down here, you're going to see vetted law groups that you can actually go and contact to work with to get your trademark filed. And what happens is after they filed your trademark, it used to be that you had to wait for your brand trademark to actually be registered. And now once it's filed through these vetted law firms, Amazon will actually grant you access to brand registry. And again, it typically takes about 2 to 3 weeks, but this gives you the ability to then go and make listings that, you know, again, run these kinds of ads and create actual enhanced brand content, which these things just help your conversion ratio so much, right? Your conversion rate goes up, your profitability of PPC goes up, you know, your ACoS goes down, and it's a game changer, because to accelerate this process is, I can't even tell you how powerful that is for a new seller coming in. So I highly recommend taking advantage of this. If you have questions about this, feel free to leave a message below. Also, if you're not a part of our Facebook group, our community, join the FBA Liberators. There's a link to that below. And we have one of the fastest growing communities with so many great individuals, sellers, entrepreneurs that are at all different levels. So everyone is there to help one another and see each other succeed. All right, guys, until the next video.